Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we're gonna talk boxing, but first, what do y'all think about the NBA? Y'all think they should start playing or not? You know what I mean? Let me know, then I'll tell you what I think about that. I'm not sure about that one neither, NBA, because I just think there's gonna be a big asterisk next to this season, bigger than the one with the lockout season. It's gonna be a big asterisk, and it's not gonna be that many players there. So I don't know what you want to do in this case. That's something interesting. We might talk about it. Right now, we're gonna talk about one of the heroes, future Hall of Famer. Right, we're gonna talk about Terence Bud Crawford. Right, Terence Bud Crawford. Right, well, 135-pound champion, 140-pound undisputed champion. Right, which means only two of them in boxing right now, undisputed champion. Now he's at welterweight making a whole hell of a lot of noise, right? Guys are finally starting to think, hey, I better fight this guy. Well, Terence Crawford, for his next fight, you're hearing, I might not fight the whole year because he don't want to fight for less money. He's worked his way up. He don't want to fight for less money and no crowds and all that stuff, so he might take a year off. And I'm hearing other reports that, well, he is going to fight if it's Pacquiao. So that brings us to the four guys he want to fight with. All of them awesome. First of all, Pacquiao's number one. That's who he wants first. That's who hopefully they get. He's negotiating with Pacquiao. We heard reports about 2 days ago. He's negotiating with Manny Pacquiao. That's the one he should fight. Manny Pacquiao's a unification fight. And if he can beat Pacquiao, then boom. When Errol Spence gets back, he can fight Errol Spence for undisputed. Pacquiao is definitely the fight to have. He's been trying to get Pacquiao for at least 4 years. Pacquiao did not want it. But because Pacquiao's newfound, confidence, beat Lucas Matisse like that. But I didn't think that. I thought Lucas Matisse was going to be a good fight with Pacquiao. Wasn't. Broner was a good fight with Pacquiao. I'm probably the only one out there thinking that if that fight was fought like now with no crowds, we would have looked at that one a little different. But Pacquiao can give him the edge. But he didn't distance himself from Broner like people think. Right? I don't agree with that. But he got the nod against Adrian Broner. And he got the nod against Keith Thurman as well. Albeit didn't take a dope test, but he got a edge. He took Keith Thurman's O. So Pacquiao should be the first one. He's a legend, and this is who Terence Crawford should have fought a long time ago, right? So that's who he should be wanting to fight. Another one is Kell Brook. Kell Brook is awesome. Period. One for Kell Brook, we wouldn't have known that Gennady Golovkin could get beat. Kell Brook, those rounds with Gennady Golovkin moving up 2 weight divisions. Okay, it cost him an eye socket crack, right? But he was up there, and you guys know, if you watch that fight, you're like, damn, go on, Kell. That was back when people didn't think nobody was gonna do that to Golovkin, right? But nobody that small. So, and then he beat Sean Porter. So, and Kell Brook only lost to Errol Spence because of that cracked socket on the other side. But he was a good fight against Errol Spence. Not too much separation, which I'll get to. So Kell Brook is the other one, right? Why not? Other one is Jordanius Ugas. A lot of people, man, he done lost 3 or 4 times. Yep, but every one of them split decision. I think he got beat one unanimous decision against an undefeated guy early in his career, but everything else is split decision. He barely lost to a couple of guys, and both of them was in guys' backyards, and they were Latinos and a very pro-Latino crowd. And I told you, if you can get a split decision when you're not at home, that means that basically you probably won that fight, or at least a draw. And then he lost a close fight to Porter. Right? He wants some more Porter right now. That brings us to the next guy that your boy Terence Crawford want to fight, and that's Sean Porter. But he would want to fight him last because Sean Porter is his buddy. And he shouldn't fight, like I told you months before, when everybody was talking about, well, why not fight Sean Porter if you can't get Spence and this and that? Look, when he fights Sean Porter and one of his friends, it should be for all the marbles. And I'm guaranteeing you, just like I said then, if Sean Porter would have beat Errol Spence, he would have been wanting to fight Sean Porter. But, you fight your friend last, when it's for all the marbles. So, bottom line is, Terence Crawford won all the hard fights. All of them are hard. All of them. And I'm going to give you an example because that damn welterweight division, who we keep talking about, is so good. There's no separation there with those top 5 or 6 players. There's none. There are no separation at all. I can give you some examples of no separation at all. Sean Porter barely beat Danny Garcia. Like, barely. Keith Thurman barely beat Danny Garcia. Didn't he? Keith Thurman barely beat Sean Porter, didn't he? Barely. Errol Spence, just now, barely beat Sean Porter. People want a rematch for that. Close, wasn't it? Kell Brook barely beat Sean Porter back in the day, didn't he? And Sean Porter barely beat this Yordenis Ugas. All of those fights could have went the other way and were extremely close. I think we can agree on that, right? So when it comes to to Terence Crawford, people should be going after him. He's the junior welterweight that came up to welterweight. Matter of fact, be honest with y'all, ain't nobody beat Jeff Horn in welterweight except who? Terence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao fought Jeff Horn. He did not beat him. Close fight. Jeff Horn won the fight. They went back and reviewed it, and he won it again because they were out. It was outraged. So nobody at welterweight has beat Jeff Horn except this little bitty old Terence Crawford, and there was a lot of separation there. Somebody else could have stepped Jeff Horn, but they didn't. You see what I'm saying? So they should be trying to fight Terence Crawford. He shouldn't be doing the hunting. Everybody in the welterweight division, they could have been undisputed before Terence Crawford came there. There never was. So now Terence Crawford would keep talking about, oh, they're on the other side of the fence. They're on the other side of the street with this PBC. But Terence Crawford came out and said, well, why did I fight two PBC fighters already? Felix Diaz only had one loss, and that loss was definitely, I forget who it was, maybe Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. And people said he didn't really lose that. Very slick guy. Got beat handily by, I think he had to retire against Terence Crawford. That was a PBC guy, and John Molina was too. You know what I'm saying? So he fought PBC guys. Bottom line, if they wanted to fight Terence Crawford, it could have happened. Terence Crawford said that as well. And there's another thing about Terence Crawford. When we keep talking about, hey, you know something? Terence Crawford ain't fought nobody. And I keep saying, well, Victor Postal ain't nobody. First of all, undisputed is undisputed. Julius Ndongo ain't nobody. Beating Troy Noski and Ricky Burns in their backyards. Julius Ndongo was full of himself. So that's a good win to knock him out from the body. But Victor Postel was undefeated, and he was the number 2 junior welterweight at the time. The number 2. It was not no other ones there. He was the number 2. He was undefeated. That is baby Vitaly Klitschko. Y'all know I roll with Ukraine bringing the pain. Victor Postel is one of the Ukraine bringing the pain crew dudes. Bad dude. We're going to see in a minute when he fights somebody again. Right? Terence Crawford put some separation there. Even with the tall Victor Postel, who had a whole lot of confidence, he was the number 2 guy. That's a huge win. We can't after he distanced himself. Then it's like, hey, that wasn't nobody. Then we're gonna get the Floyd Mayweather syndrome, just because nobody was close, everybody wasn't nothing, but all them other ones is Hall of Famers and they beating each other and beating everybody else. But when they come to fight Floyd Mayweather, it's separation there. So the fights were not, there's no Hall of Fame because he didn't have any, not Hall of Fame, but not the GOAT, because he didn't have too many close fights and all the other ones did. That's what GOAT means. Because I was way better than everybody. That's when you get in the GOAT conversation. I don't need to be having no close fights to become GOAT. Terence Crawford never had any close fights. The closest one was Gamboa. And Gamboa was 2 weight divisions lower. Just Gamboa was awesome. That's what all Gamboa was. If they was the same size, we'd be having a different conversation, matter of fact, with that Gamboa fight. Right? Gamboa's all that too, but he was just small messing around with Terence Crawford. Bottom line is Terence Crawford wants to fight all of the hard guys. He always has. He's the number 1 pound for pound. There's not a discussion. All the ones that are close, the Canelos, get out of here. Lomachenko, no, because it wouldn't have been a suicide to fight this guy when he was 8 pounds away from him. But Guillermo Rigondeaux has to come up 12 to fight him. That would, 12 or something. They wouldn't even meet him halfway. But to fight Terence Crawford, that was suicide. To fight Terence Crawford. So, Lomachenko, no. Plus, Lomachenko has a loss. And there's not that much separation in all them fights. Right? Linares gave him a little something. So, Terence Crawford is all that. He's a legend. Best fighter in the world right now. And even the welterweights, some bad boys at welterweight. Some bad boys at welterweight. But let's see if he can go up here and clean out welterweight, which is a task. Because all them people we've been talking about, all of them awesome. Welterweight got the top 8 or 9 welterweights are all world class. All of them. And you know what's funny about it? I like them all too, matter of fact. Everybody. I could do a video about every one of them welterweights because I like them all. They're just awesome. But Terence Crawford is the man. Someone has to beat him. He's the only one who has been considered number 1 pound for pound. None of the welterweights have. So let's see who he fights. Is it going to be Pacquiao? Is it going to be Sean Porter? Is it going to be Brook-ugas? Or is it going to be Kell Brook? Whoever it is a bad dude. I would prefer that it be Pacquiao because we can keep moving with this legacy thing and we can keep moving forward to undisputed in that welterweight division. What you think? Dome Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.